Africa exports raw materials at low prices but buys back refined products at exorbitant rates, preventing real industrial growth. The debt trap. Loans from international financial institutions come with heavy interest rates and policies that stifle long-term development. Trump's recent decisions have only made these issues more visible. However, instead of seeing them as a setback, Africa should view them as an opportunity to reshape its economic and political future. Aid or economic control? Why Africa must rethink foreign assistance. For years, USAID has played a major role in Africa's healthcare, education, and infrastructure projects. But was it ever about Africa's development, or was it about control? Trump's drastic reduction of US aid staffing from over 10,000 to just 294 sent a clear message. Aid is provided when it benefits the donor, not when it benefits Africa. The consequences of these cuts have already hit hard. Several clinics in Nigeria, Uganda, and Kenya have closed due to funding shortfalls in HIV/AIDS and maternal health programs. Agricultural projects aimed at food security have been halted, worsening hunger and unemployment. Education programs that relied on foreign aid are now struggling, leaving thousands of students without learning materials. This should serve as a wake-up call. Africa cannot build a future based on temporary assistance. It must develop self-sufficiency in key sectors like healthcare, agriculture, and technology. Climate change. Africa left to clean up the mess of wealthier nations. Despite contributing the least to global pollution, Africa bears the worst consequence of climate change. Floods, drought, and extreme weather patterns that threaten food security and economic stability. When Trump withdrew from the Paris Climate Agreement, he reinforced a painful truth. Western nations polluted the planet to build their economies, and now they expect Africa to deal with the consequences alone. Droughts in Ethiopia, Somalia, and Kenya have worsened due to rising global temperatures. Floods in Nigeria and Mozambique have displaced thousands with no major international support to build. Desertification is spreading across the Sahel, making it harder for communities to sustain agriculture. With or without international support, Africa must take climate resilience seriously by investing in renewable energy, sustainable farming, and water conservation projects. South Africa's land reform. Why the West still thinks it owns Africa. Trump's threat to cut all US funding to South Africa over its land reform policies raises a critical question. Why does an American president believe he has the authority to dictate land policies in a sovereign African nation? The issue at hand is South Africa's plan to address historical land injustices by redistributing land to black citizens. Trump labeled this as an attack on white farmers, using it as justification to impose economic pressure on South Africa. In response, President Cyril Ramaphosa made it clear, no land has been seized without compensation. The policy is meant to correct historical imbalances. South Africa will not be bullied into abandoning its land reform agenda. The country's sovereignty is not up for negotiation. Beyond land reform, South Africa also took a bold step by filing a genocide case against Israel at the International Court of Justice (ICJ). The US reacted by cutting aid, showing once again that international alliances come with strings attached. Africa must ask itself, if we cannot make independent policies without external retaliation, are we truly free? A defining choice, dependency or self-sufficiency. Africa is at a turning point. The continent can either break free from economic dependency by strengthening intra-African trade, boosting local industries, and prioritizing self-sufficiency, or continue to rely on Western aid and trade deals that keep African nations at a disadvantage. The time for wishful thinking is over. Africa cannot afford another decade for pleading for aid, accepting unfair trade terms, and waiting for global leaders to do the right thing. The future belongs to self-sufficient Africa if its leaders and people are ready to claim it. Ephraim Abu reporting for Puff TV.
People of the Fountain.